Alright, yo, what is up, guys? Angel here. We are back once again with another 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's little commentary type thing. We expect another episode of this on Thursday, and then, yeah, I expect those on Thursday and Saturday. And, yeah, I guess that's about it. No, I don't want to do this. I want to continue. No, yeah. Yesterday? Or last time. Oh, I said yesterday. That's when I recorded. No, I didn't. Did I record it yesterday? Yeah, I did. Anyway. Yeah, we're gonna resume where we were yesterday, and that was at this door right here. A door! Another door! Junipie leapt up the stairs straight for the door. The door burst open and Junipie exploded out of it, only to freeze in his tracks. Oh, wait. Whoops. Wrong button. No. Alright. Business tracks. What other possible response could there have been to what he saw? What the hell? His voice trailed off, and all he could do was stare. Oh my god, it's beautiful. A polished floor stretched out before him, ornate staircases rising from the edges. Each one of them had an equidistance from each other. Wow. The stairs and pillars were solid wood, and art Nouveau, I don't know. Establishments and decorations covered the walls and pillars. It looked like nothing much as the entrance to a luxurious mansion from the early 1900s. I think that means Titanic. Couldn't help but wonder, was he really in a ship? The water quickly filling the hallway behind him suggested that yes, he was. As he looked, a fresh wave rolled out of the room he'd been in, gathering speed as it moved toward the stairs. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is totally a wait, what the hell? A wave? Oh, you did. Shit, I gotta get out of here. Junipie spun around. His wet shoes squeaked in protest on the polished floor and ran towards the tremendous staircase in front of him. Look at that zoomed in C deck. You're just gonna keep running? B deck. As he ran, he glanced quickly at the plates mounted on the wall, denoting the decks of the ship. He took the stairs two at a time, not entirely sure where he would find himself, just as he began to wonder where, in fact, the stairs did lead. People! Junipie saw another person out of the corner of his eye. He stopped in short, nearly tripping over the next stair, and looked. It wasn't just one person he'd seen. On the landing to the left of his stairs, there were 4 people staring at him. And on the right side, 3 more. So before that'd be 7. Yeah, okay. So there were 7 of them. I mean, 8. Where's the 9th person? It looked like they'd been on their way down the stairs. They'd stopped short when they saw Junipie, their eyes wide. He'd done the same, of course, and now they stood staring at one another. Junipie didn't move, one foot placed awkwardly on the next step in the middle of the stride. Who were these people? This entire interaction lasted only a matter of seconds. The woman spoke to Junipie and time began to move again. I guess I'm not doing voices, no. I guess there's another one of us now. The woman was dressed, Junipie thought, like a dancer. Her clothes covered very little, and prodigious jewelry, little more. Hey, you, come on, hurry. Her name is Dancer. Ah, that's great. With no further ceremony, she ran straight past Junipie and towards the doors behind him. Suddenly, proximity of a woman, such as striking assets, left Junipie momentarily stunned. But the others wasted no time and quickly followed the strange woman. The first to pass Junipie was a young man with silver hair. He threw a quick glance at Junipie's direction as he ran, muttering, one of us, huh? His name is Silver. Following him was an older man, his face calm and without fear. Soft wrinkles sprouted from his eyes and he came closer as he passed for Junipie. The gray wished his hair, his composure, and shock of hair. Junipie is rather like of an elderly lion. I cannot talk today. Going up won't do you any good. There are 2 doors, but neither of them will open. The next to speak was a girl with pink hair and a high voice. Come on, Aren't you coming? You gotta hurry. Her small hand was wrapped around the wrist of another man. His eyes were closed, almost as if he were sleeping. His features were graceful, almost serene, and he was dressed rather elegantly for someone his age. Something about this posture seemed very refined, and Junpei couldn't help but feel as he was noble and dignified somehow. He certainly never seen one, but this man seemed what Junpei has always imagined a prince would be like. That's 9 of us, then. All the cards are in hand. What does all the cards in hand mean, he wondered. Junpei opened his mouth to ask what the other man meant, but the girl with pink hair rushed past him and they were gone. He turned just in time to see 2 more people running towards him. One of them had hair like a bird's nest, probably mean that guy, and looked like a stiff breeze might topple him. And the other was a veritable mountain of a man. The scrawny one said nothing, scuttled past Junpei as he were running from something. Hey, what the hell? What the hell are you just standing there for? I cannot talk. Didn't you hear him? The doors on A deck are no good. We gotta check the doors on the B deck. Got it? Now go! Before he had a chance to respond, the man laid a very massive hand on Junpei's shoulder. With no more effort than Junpei would have used to brush aside a fly, the man shoved him out of the way. Whoa! Thrown off balance by a man in recent events, it took Junpei a few steps to get his bearings. He'd finally regained his balance and looked up to what the other 7 had been rushing toward. Ah! There were 2 pairs of large iron doors set to the wall in front of him. They looked quite sturdy. Each had handles jutting from them. Running across the surface of each door in red paint was a number. The door on the right had a 4. And the door on the left had a 5. This is a lot of talking in this game. Jesus. They're the same. The guy Junpei had decided to call Silver was mumbling to himself. The room I woke up had a number on the door like that. You too, eh? With an arched eyebrow, Lion looked over at Silver. My cell was the same. A number upon the door. I opened it, ran down the hallway outside, and found myself in a rather grand room full of stairs, as I expected did the rest of you. It was as if the floodgates had been opened. They all had been talked to. Whatever. Me too. I did too. Yeah, a door with the number on it. It soon became clear that each one of them had awoken in a room with a locked door and solved a puzzle to escape. They all ended up in the same room, almost as though they'd been guided there. Yeah, we all did the same thing. That's not important. We need to hurry. Yeah, I don't know that lady. Yeah, think I don't know that lady? Jeez. Run the dancer had no time to finish. Silver was already running. He grabbed a hold of a door labeled 5 and pulled. Why don't you try the puzzle? There's a puzzle there. However, fuck, it's not opening. This damn thing won't even budge. Move. You're in the way. You're in the way. I don't know. Mountain grabbed Silver's shoulders and tossed him aside. The path cleared. He took a few steps back and threw himself at the door. Bah! Nope. 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 3 times. 4 times. The door shook as his body slammed to it, but showed no signs of breaking or opening. The mountain threw himself at the door again. Junpei turned towards the door 4. Next to the door on the wall there was a small box. Vacant. He'd seen in his room next to the door. If it was the same, the door was locked as well. Still, he had to check. Junpei grabbed the handle and threw all of his weight into it. Yeah, whatever. I don't want to do that. It was locked as tight as the door next to it as expected. Damn it! I punched the door. It did not respond. You think a door would respond if it got punched? I didn't think so either. Were these the only doors, he wondered. He'd barely finished the thought when the C-deck plate he passed away up sprang unbind to his mind. His body moved before he had time to think. Junpei turned right toward the stairs. So I'm guessing those ones at the top are like, let's see, 4, probably like 3-2 or something like that. I don't know. When he was scarcely taking a step, one at the top of the stairs next to an orange clock embedded in the wall, he saw a person. That's the 9th person. It was a girl. She looked to be the same age as Junpei. He froze, unable to look away from her face. He wasn't confounded by her beauty or something equally silly. No, there was another reason he couldn't take his eyes off the girl. Junpei had seen her somewhere before. He couldn't quite remember where, but he knew he'd met her before. The girl too stared at Junpei, similarly stunned. Jesus. Her response suggested she'd seen him as well before. They just look at each other, walk slowly towards her. She didn't move. It was almost though she held in place for some sort of magical spell. Junpei stepped on her landing. The spell broke. No sooner had he set his foot down, the whole ship took a shook a second time. Ah! The quite caught the girl unprepared, and she fell. Moving on instinct, Junpei leapt to catch her, or so he thought. Ha! 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 Her face was far closer than it should have been, mere inches from his own. I'm guessing he caught her, and he rolled down the stairs. His own. He was flat on his back as she had landed squarely on top of him. The girl seemed as confused as he did, and her face suggested that she still hadn't fully recovered from seeing him. For a moment, that seemed to stretch for a very long time. They stared at one another. Oh, that's nice. The ship stopped shaking. Everything was quiet. Water could be heard from the bottom of the ship, lapping faintly at walls and ceilings, but eventually that faded away as well. The silence was complete, thick, muffling blanket. At last, the girl opened her mouth. Oh my gosh, is that you? Jumpy. 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 It's a great nickname. Jumpy. 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 First echoes through Junpei's. As my return. Ha. Akin. I realized it before. The girl was Akin Kurosaki, and she and Junpei had been friends in childhood. They'd gone to elementary school together for 6 years. But what was she doing on the ship? Okay, her soft eyes were only inches away from his own. He could feel the warmth of her face. Feeling he thought long forgotten began to work their way to the surface. He could feel his face heating up. At that moment, a speaker crackled to life, and a cold, eerie voice filled the room. Welcome aboard. I welcome you all from the bottom of my heart to this, my vessel. Titanic version 2. Was the voice invasion, the spell between Junpei and Akin were broken, and all hints of burgeoning romance instantly forgotten. Burgeoning, I guess. They hurried, untangled themselves from one another, and struggled to their feet. Their seven companions had heard the voice as well, and many of their faces had gone pale. They looked around frantically, desperately to look at the source of the voice. At last they found it. A speaker set in the ceiling. I am Zero, the captain of this ship. I am also the person who invited you here. The voice was harsh, obscured occasionally by the crackle of static. But Junpei recognized it. How could he have forgotten it? Obviously, it's this guy. It was the same voice that he heard from the man in the gas mask. Yeah, it's me. Hey, asshole. What the hell is this? Come on out here. I want to get a look at you. You're scrawny, kid. You're not going to do anything. You're like me. You're scrawny. Not going to do anything. What do you mean to do to us? I mean to have you participate in a game. Some of you, I know, are familiar with this game, the Nonary game. It's a game where you'll put your life on the line. Nonary game. What the hell's that? The voice continued, implacable. The rules of the Nonary game can be found upon your persons. Your persons, alright? They're simple rules. Read them. Nonary game. Hey, there's something in my pocket. Check this out. How do you not realize there's something in your pocket until just then? Alright. The rest of them reached into their own pockets and pulled out similar slips of paper. Alright, Junpei followed suit, dug into his pocket of his pants. He felt the telltale crumple of paper, slightly damp from his earlier ordeal. Hey, I got one too. Then it would seem that Zero has fit to grace us each with a letter. Would you mind terribly reading it to us, young man? His request had been delivered to Junpei, who, after a short moment of surprise, did as he did and asked. Alright, on the ship you will find a handful of doors emblazed with numbers. We'll call them the numbered doors. The doors in front of you are a pair of the same. A key to opening these numbered doors are the number bracelets that each of you possess. You should total the number on your numbered bracelets and find that digital root of that number. It is equal to the number of that door. The door will open. For those who have opened the door may pass through. Okay. There, however, limits. Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute. Alright, 5. Bracelets. Juniper figured it had to mean the bulky thing on his wrist. He glanced around, looked at everyone else who had one as well, and had come to the same conclusion. The purpose of the game is simple. Leave this ship alive. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9. Alright. There's a long moment of silence. The speaker crackled to life once more. There's one last thing I must tell you. As you have no doubt surmised, the ship has begun to sink. On April 14th, 1912, the famous ocean liner Titanic crashed into an iceberg. After remaining afloat after 2 hours and 40 minutes, it sank beneath the waters of the North Atlantic. I will give you more time. 9 hours. That is the time you'll be given to make your escape. That sounds great. The speaker went silent. The sound of a whale echoed through the hall. I'm guessing that's the start of I'm guessing that's like the start of the first hour. It's gonna do it like every hour or something like that. It came from the dantel adjacent to the stairwell. Jesus. It took those assembled on the stairs mere moments to trace the sound to an antique clock embedded in the wall. 7, 8, 9. The sound of the 9th bell faded away. The 10th never came. I meant that the time was 9 o'clock, most likely 9 o'clock in the evening. Juniper had peered out the window of his cell. He had seen nothing but blackness. It had to be nighttime. If that was the case, they would need to escape by 6 a.m. the following day. 6 a.m. Now it is time. Let our game begin. I wish you all the best of luck. Alright, let's do this. Jesus. There's a lot of talking again. Silver yelled at the speaker with language coarse enough to embarrass a sailor, but the rest of Junipai's companions were silent. Deep thought. Probably, yeah, I could see what he would say. Junipai, too, was consumed by his thoughts. There was a great deal he didn't understand. I'd be like, let's do this. Who was Zero? Well, that doesn't matter. Just do the game. What was the Nonner game? Why had he chosen to make them the part of it? Was he a criminal who took delight in playing with his victims? That's probably true. Or did it have some other purpose? And why had Junipai had been chosen part of this insane game? Why had any of them been chosen? But one question was foremost on his mind. Arcane, I guess. They hadn't seen each other since elementary school. Why has she appeared now? Coincidence? Coincidence? I think not. There had to be a reason. I didn't know why that might be, but there had to be a reason. They were chosen. I don't know. Very well. I would follow that guy. That guy seems cool. And it seems oddly loud in the silence. Standing around here won't do us any good. Best we get moving. Get moving. Are you planning to open the numbered doors? Hey, wait. Don't tell me you're actually going to do this. This Zero says. No, that's not what I mean. Of course that's not what he means. The lion shook his head, mildly annoyed. I'm saying let's find another. They always do this. They always say that. Let's find another way. That gets them killed. After all, we haven't really examined this place yet. What? Why don't you just do what he says? It's so much easier. You have 9 hours. Just do what he says. You could probably get out faster. Their separate investigations finished. All 9 people returned to where they left another. And the result of all their work was nothing. Exactly. They were completely sealed in. Their hard work had not gone completely to waste, however. They had learned a number of things as they occurred in parts of the ship they could reach. It seemed that they were confined to decks A through C. Because D is done for. C was as far down as they would be able to go, however. The reason being is because it's flooded. It was completely submerged. Yep. Strangely, however, the water had risen no higher than deck D. The flow seemed to have stopped. Somehow, as evidence, the surface of the water on deck D, which was as smooth as glass. Well, yeah, you could tell that. The prince had knelt down and gently drew his hand across it. Perhaps this Zero fellow has used some sort of remote control to seal a watertight door lowered down. He said that our limit was 9 hours. In other words, this water won't rise for 9 hours. And you're saying we won't seek till then? Well, that's a little bit too optimistic. Yeah, that's why I'd start with C and see what you can do in C before it gets sunk.